Welcome. Welcome to a taste testing Tuesday video on a Wednesday. Today is the 1st of October 2025. Before we tuck in, yesterday, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday, or the day before. I think it was yesterday. I tried this pasta head full on sauciness. This is the second one from this brand which I've tried. Both purchased from Poundland. I have verified that the first one, like this one, did cost only £1, so relatively cheap, relatively simple. Oh, it's dripping. It's dripping something. It's relatively simple, 60 seconds in the microwave, but to be honest, it's not bad. Again, it's not the most flavourful of meals, but for a ready meal, for a microwave ready meal, it is not too bad, and at least not too expensive. Sure, it is not really a complete meal, especially nutritionally speaking, but this fired up penny pasta in a robust tomato and chili sauce with a hint of basil, I would say it was good enough. It was good enough for the price of what it is. It wasn't too bad, so I kind of am tempted to recommend them if you are into that kind of thing. Now, this was from Aldi, and this smells beautiful. It's creamy mushroom pasta, penny pasta coated in a creamy creme fraiche and mushroom sauce with aromatic garlic and onions, suitable for vegetarians. We have low-fat creme fraiche, 17%, low-fat creme fraiche milk, modified cornstarch emulsifiers, tartaric acid, diglycerides, fatty acids, stabilizers, carrageenan, and pectins. Penny pasta is 15%. Mushrooms only 5%. Onion, rice, starch flavourings contain gluten and milk, parsley, salt, and garlic. So, yeah, the smell. Okay, it's not a big portion. I'm waiting for it to focus. Focus, come on. There we go. You do not get a lot for your money, and I'm pretty sure this costs more than £1. So it is an interesting incidental comparison. I think you get a similar amount of pasta, maybe a bit more with Poundland's pasta head. I'm sure this costs more than £1 from Aldi, but it does smell beautiful and it does have mushrooms, so will it deliver on flavour? Pasta seems to be tender enough. Okay, bear in mind that this is not a direct comparison. This is a different recipe. This is a different recipe to that fried up penny pasta from Poundland, and I'm big on mushrooms and dairy products and stuff, but yeah, definitely the pasta is nice. Like they said, 5% mushrooms. You're not getting a lot of a mushroom reference, but you can sort of taste them. There's a hint of mushroom. Yeah, I mean, it is not big on flavour, but the flavour that is there is delicious. It's comforting, definitely, but even that Poundland ready meal is mildly comforting, I suppose. But you've done a good job in both cases, for sure. The different brands, different companies involved, but this is very different. I suppose I'd like the creme fraiche to be a bit louder, but again, it's just a very small amount shoved in a pouch. But is it good quality? Yeah, it is good quality. I'm sure it was more expensive than £1, but it is good quality. Yeah, I would happily eat this again any day of the week, any month of the year. Thing is, it is over far too quickly. It is satisfying enough, ever so slightly indulgent, to make you want to have more, but there's no more to be found. You certainly will not have leftovers unless you have a very small appetite, which is fair enough. But in my case, my legendarily large appetite means that, well, I'm glad there are other things cooking, shall we say, because it was nice. It could have been creamier, there could have been more creme fraiche for sure. It was 17%, yeah, 17%. Not too many ingredients, I suppose it is, a somewhat natural dish, but it was nice. I'd definitely have it again, but however much I paid, I think I'd want to pay less than £2 for this kind of thing. I know it comes under the treat label, I suppose, unless you, for whatever reason, which is obviously your private business, if should you wish to buy this regularly for whatever reason, just because you like to, not even related to finance or disabilities or so forth, or dietary requirements, if you want to purchase this a lot, then yes. But for me, okay, if you put it under the treat label, sure. Would I pay £2 for it? No, it's just, I don't know. It just feels a bit expensive. But I'm trying to find. Aldi is listing recipes, but it's not the actual thing that they were selling. Come on, Aldi, help me out here. You should know what you are selling. They do not seem to be acknowledging it on their website. I do find their website very unhelpful. They never have the things they have in store, and vice versa. No, I cannot find it anyway. Aldi, why are you trying to flog me things that you... Oh, come on. Or maybe I should type in the brand. Let's do that. Would be logical. There we go. Oh gosh, and then it comes up with 53 items. None of them related to mushrooms and pasta. Okay, now they have some stirring sauces. Now they are stirring up trouble. No, it is not listed on their website. Oh, thank you, Aldi, ever so helpful as always. But this mysterious item can apparently be found at your local Aldi, apparently. Or this could all be a figment of our imagination and a figment of my stomach, apparently, and my taste buds. But it was nice. I cannot remember how much I paid. I'm not sure if I still have the receipt, but that's what I get for naively believing that's the website would have the product listed. It was nice. It was beautiful in its own way. The pasta is soft. There's a nice smell. Not nearly enough mushroom and creme fraiche, but there was a hint of it. It was nice enough, but you would not want to pay too much for that, whether, by choice, wanting to see it as a less expensive treat, or because you feel you need to, for maybe you're low on energy and wants to purchase something like this quite often, or you're not confident in the kitchen, and maybe you are confident using the microwave, but rather than preparing other foods. And I appreciate this could be very handy. But I would hope for all of our sakes that it was not costing too much. I wish I knew how much I paid, but Aldi has banned me from viewing. It denies all knowledge. I bet they do this as soon as I leave the store. They quickly tell some CEOs or some technicians remove all evidence from the websites, and I naively come home and think, oh, I no longer need the receipt, and I can find no evidence of my purchases online by checking the products listed on the website. But it was nice. I would have it again, but I would not want to spend too much. Even though we pay for flavour, I just feel a bit cheated because you get so little. It says 200 grams, but it feels like 80 grams of pasta. How is that 200 grams? I don't know. Anyway, it was nice though.